afternoon. I think majority of you are awake after lunch, etc. So what I am going to talk about is not very tech because I do not know how many of you are from that background or not. We are holding you may be aware, there is another seminar going on in the same city in Crown Plaza, which is dedicated to my kind of people only. It's the CISO conference. So there we are going to talk a lot of tech. But as my co-panelists and other dignitaries have already explained, everything what you need to do in your life depends on people, process and technology. And when it comes to IT, it is no different, but somehow people take it differently and they just jump into the technology part of it, which is not good, which is not correct. As Mr. Sanjay Kumar has pointed out, it starts with people. So whether your people are properly educated about that part of the technology, whether they are computer literate, whether they know what is a login and what is an OTP and what not to click and etc. etc. There are a lot of precautions he has told, but whether these things are being taught in the schools, in the colleges, I don't know. Then it comes to the job in our railway or government and private also. Are we giving the people the proper training how to handle the IT systems which they sometimes find new in the organization and they have to work from the day one itself. Coming to railways security, cyber security or whatever you call it, I look at it in a different way. It is again a combination of people, process, technology, and a lot of my railwaymen, there are 13 lakh plus of railwaymen, they are not all cyber savvy. So that job is left to maybe the institutes or the colleges or the in-service training institutes. We are trying to give them content to train our people. Because if a person is not safe while he is using his application, then no safety technology can save him or the organization. If somebody leaks the data by ignorance or by by some lure or some greed, then ultimately organization suffers. He may suffer or may not suffer. So there has to be a process of also identifying how the people are being trained and how deviation from the standard process are being handled. We call it a D and AR process, disciplinary and appeal rules, whether we are handling the digital processes there or not. Then comes the technology. I will not speak about technology because it becomes sometimes very complex, and there are tools, there are OEMs, there are system integrators. It's a very complex ecosystem of cyber security. Everybody is saying, "Whoa, he is below me, I am better, and all that." That we will keep on hearing. That is marketing. What you should do, I will not, I will say, talk small about, my colleague referred to the AIMS hack, which is very recent and very fresh in our mind. It was not a hack of a traditional kind. Nobody took the data anywhere. The data remained where it was, and it was encrypted with a key which was with the I will say kidnapper hacker. So he kidnapped the data, and strangely, which is possible only in digital world, the data remained where it was, but it was kidnapped. Somebody came in your house and locked up your family member in the bathroom. It's something like that, and took away the key.
Ransomware.
Huh?
Kind of a ransomware.
The ransomware, not of the traditional kind. And surprisingly, AIMS had a backup and off-site backup in another AIMS Raipur. But when they went to access it, they found that that was encrypted even before the main, the Delhi AIMS thing was encrypted. So whatever they did, I do not know the intricacy, how they got the key and how they unlocked it. One thing you have to notice here is that nothing of AIMS data was on cloud. It was all on premise in two places. So if somebody tells you that putting data on cloud becomes unsafe, keeping in your own house becomes very safe, please take it with a lot of salt, not pinch. Second thing is that you are supposed to do a risk analysis of your data, which was not done there. Everything of everyone has been put on there. The main reason why they were afraid was there was a lot of data of very VVIPs, medical data, which was very sensitive in nature. So they were concerned mostly about it. The other normal public and normal treatments, not much of botheration is there if that data is copied or whatever. So you have to do a risk analysis, and you should keep only minimum of data with you, which you need to protect. People, copying credit card data, copying Aadhaar data, copying everything, trying to keep inside, it's a bad practice. Please don't keep all that referential data which is there with others, with yourself. Keep it with you, only the data which you generate and you need to keep. Rest can all be connected and referenced. Then comes to the main part is that after you have done this risk analysis, you should try to do a BCP analysis as well. Simply taking backup, a lot of organizations, everybody takes backup. Ek tape mein liya, oh sorry, I am going in my native language. So you take a backup in a tape or in a hard disk, keep it away. This is not the practice to be followed now. You are supposed to keep the data in such a place and in such a state where you can read it in case of emergency, which means it has to be on online backup of the data which is required to run your business immediately. Not every transaction of 1 year back or 2 year back is important for you to run the business. So you need to keep all the masters, your own masters, own employee masters or business masters or supplier masters, all those things in a place where you can access them quickly. You should replicate to that place and read back also should be possible. And what you can't see, you can't protect or measure, they say it in management. So it should be kept in some place where you have a continuous visibility. Another jargon is visibility, monitoring and control. Control comes afterwards, but you should have visibility and monitoring continuously of the place where you are keeping your backup data. We focus on the primary data, but we do not focus on do not check the health of the backup data. Only it is checked when you are already primary is gone. At that time, it is not readable, it is not accessible, etc. etc. And it does not matter that you keep that data anywhere outside. It may be a colleague organization, it may be another PSU which you have relations with continuously, or ultimately a cloud. A lot of cloud providers also provide this facility that where you can keep your data safe. All organizations, cybersecurity is measured by how fast they can bring the organization back to its feet after an incident. Incidents will happen. AIMS or any other incidents will keep on happening because, as somebody said, hacker is always 1-2 steps ahead of you. So they will keep on, they have that much of motivation, they will be always ahead of you. So don't bother about, securing each and everything and going too much deep into one technology or other technology. You should see what your business runs on, what minimum data your business needs in the time of crisis, and you bring back that data as early as possible. That is, of course, another jargon word is cyber crisis management plan, CCMP bolte hain. So that is also made in some organization. But I wanted to bring you to these terms only through the risk part of it. That's all, I think.